Learn English through story. The Weaver of Fate. In a small village nestled between the mountains and a winding river, there lived a skilled weaver named Alara. Her tapestries were renowned far and wide, each thread infused with the essence of her life experiences, emotions, and dreams. The villagers often sought her work, believing that her art could bring good fortune or soothe a troubled heart. Alara's workshop was a modest space, filled with the scent of dye and the soft sound of the loom. Every morning, she would rise before dawn, her mind swirling with ideas for new designs. As she wove, she reflected on the events of her life, yet the joys, sorrows, and everything in between. Each tapestry told a story, not just of her own journey, but of the collective human experience. One day, a stranger arrived in the village. He was tall and imposing, draped in a cloak that shimmered like the night sky. The villagers were both intrigued and wary of him. He introduced himself as Orion, a traveler seeking shelter and sustenance. The kind-hearted Alara invited him into her home, offering food and a place to rest. As they shared a meal, Orion noticed the vibrant tapestries adorning the walls. He admired Alara's craftsmanship and asked her to tell him about her favorite piece. With a glint in her eye, she described a tapestry depicting a great storm, with swirling clouds and fierce winds. "This one reflects my struggles," she explained. "It symbolizes resilience and the strength to endure life's tempests." Orion listened intently, a contemplative expression on his face. "But what if I told you that every storm has its purpose, guiding us toward our true path?" he said, his voice deep and resonant. Intrigued, Alara asked him to elaborate. Orion revealed that he was not just a traveler but a seeker of truths. He spoke of fate and how each person's journey was woven into the fabric of the universe. "You, Alara, are not just a weaver of cloth, you are a weaver of destinies," he declared. "Your art has the power to influence the lives of those who encounter it." The notion struck Alara profoundly. She had always considered her work a reflection of her own life, but she had never thought of it as a means to shape the lives of others. The conversation with Orion ignited a spark within her, leading her to explore deeper themes in her art. Over the following weeks, Alara and Orion formed a bond, sharing stories and ideas. Alara began to weave with renewed passion, incorporating the concept of fate into her designs. She created a tapestry depicting a grand tree, its roots entwined with various paths representing the choices and chances one could take in life. Each branch reached out, symbolizing the possibilities that lay ahead. As word of Alara's new creations spread, people from neighboring villages flocked to see her work. They came not just for the beauty of her tapestries but also for the insight they offered. Many left with a renewed sense of purpose and hope, inspired by the intricate tales woven into the fabric. However, as Alara's fame grew, so did the burden of expectation. She felt pressure to continually create masterpieces that would resonate with her audience. The joy she once found in weaving began to fade, replaced by a fear of failure. Doubts crept in, and the threads that once flowed easily through her fingers became tangled in her mind. One evening, overwhelmed by her anxieties, Alara confronted Orion. "I don't know if I can live up to the expectations," she confessed. "What if I can't create something meaningful again?" Orion listened patiently, his expression calm. "Alara, remember that the most beautiful tapestries are those that tell the truth, regardless of perfection. Embrace your struggles, for they too are a part of your story. The threads of doubt can weave a pattern of their own. Inspired by his words, Alar decided to take a step back. She spent time in nature, allowing herself to reflect on her own journey without the weight of expectation. She observed the world around her, the way the wind danced through the trees, the gentle flow of the river, and the interconnectedness of all living things. With a newfound perspective, Alara returned to her loom. This time, she chose to weave a tapestry that embraced her vulnerabilities. She created a piece filled with raw emotions, a swirl of colors representing joy, sorrow, fear, and love. As she wove, she felt a sense of liberation, as if the act itself was a healing process. When she finished, the tapestry was unlike anything she had created before. It was a bold declaration of her humanity, a reminder that life's beauty lies not in perfection but in the authenticity of one's experiences. Alara displayed it in her workshop, and the villagers were captivated by its depth and honesty. Word of her latest work spread like wildfire. People from distant lands came to witness the tapestry that spoke to the soul. They resonated with the emotions captured in the threads and found solace in the understanding that they were not alone in their struggles. Among the visitors was a young woman named Lyra, who had recently faced a devastating loss. Drawn to the tapestry, she stood before it, tears streaming down her cheeks. Alara approached her, offering comfort. "It's okay to feel," she said softly. "Embrace the pain, for it is part of your story." Lyra nodded, her heart slowly beginning to heal as she spoke of her loss. In that moment, Alara realized that her art was not just about weaving fabric, it was about weaving connections, understanding, and compassion. Each tapestry served as a bridge between souls, a reminder that they were all part of a larger narrative. As the seasons changed, so did Alara's understanding of her craft. She began to hold workshops, inviting others to share their stories through art. Together, they created tapestries that reflected their lives, their struggles, and their triumphs. The village transformed into a vibrant community of creators, each adding their own threads to the collective tapestry of existence. One day, as she sat weaving with a group of women, Orion returned to the village. He smiled as he observed the transformation that had taken place. Alara welcomed him, grateful for the guidance he had offered. "You were right," she said. "Art can shape destinies, and it has the power to heal." Orion nodded, his eyes twinkling. "And it's through sharing our stories that we create understanding. Every person is a weaver of their own fate, and together we can create something beautiful." As Alara continued her journey, she embraced the idea that life itself was a tapestry, a rich, intricate weave of experiences, emotions, and connections. She understood that each thread, no matter how frayed or tangled, had its place in the grand design. Years passed, and Alara's workshops became a haven for those seeking solace and inspiration. People traveled from all over to share their stories and learn the art of weaving. Alara taught them not only the technical skills but also the importance of vulnerability, authenticity, and connection. In her heart, Alara felt a profound sense of purpose. She realized that her greatest creation was not just the tapestries themselves but the community that had formed around them. Together, they celebrated life in all its complexities, weaving their narratives into a shared fabric of resilience and hope. One evening, as she reflected on her journey, Alara felt a gentle breeze flow through her open window. carrying the whispers of countless stories. She understood that her role as a weaver extended beyond her workshop. It was a lifelong commitment to listening, understanding, and connecting with others. As the sun set behind the mountains, casting a warm glow over the village, Alara smiled. She knew that, just like the tapestries she wove, life would continue to be a tapestry of threads interlaced with fate, each one contributing to a larger story. In this grand design, every person held the power to shape their destiny and, together, they could create a world woven with compassion, understanding, and love. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.